powerful. But vision alone doesn't build momentum. Most leaders have great ideas, but few know how to turn those ideas into velocity. That is where systems thinking, leadership alignment, and strategic execution change everything. Your training space is going to look a little different. That's business-to-business development accelerator, entrepreneurs, sales leaders, and executives are going to come together to turn ideas into outcomes and outcomes into revenues. We are going to unlock AI sales strategies, strengthen our leadership, connect with other high-performing professionals, and build systems that scale. So meet us right here in Nashville, Tennessee for the Business-to-Business Development Accelerator on December the 6th at 10:30 a.m. Register today at worldclasstraining.net. Grab a sweatshirt at worldclasstraining.net/shop. Registration closes on November the 29th. Make sure you grab your spot today, and I will see you so that we can turn vision into velocity. See you then. Welcome to this special edition of the Leaders Lounge. I am, of course, Dawn Marie Boris. I'm the host and curator of the Leaders Lounge. And this is your place for all of your leadership goodness. Today is a special day because I have joining me my friend and realtor, Natalie Fletcher. Natalie is a realtor in the Nashville, Tennessee area. She is your new home finder, and she and Meritage Homes has been so gracious as to give us this beautiful facility to not only do today's podcast, but to serve as the hosts for our upcoming Business-to-Business Development Accelerator happening December the 6th, 2025 at 10:30 a.m. It's going to be right here. And so because of that, I thought it would be great to bring Natalie to this space to talk to her a little bit because I've known her for several years, and she not only is a wonderful entrepreneur and realtor, she is someone who believes in taking care of her business and growing in her business. And I thought it would be perfect for her to share with us a little bit about her journey and then talk to us also about why it is even important to do this type of training that we have coming up on December the 6th. So, hey, Natalie, how are you?
Hey, Dawn.
So good to see you.
It's always a pleasure to see you.
Oh.
You know, we have a good time. We have a good business time.
We always have a good business time.
You're my first business friend.
Yes, I know.
You gotta, of course you have people in your industry, but
yes,
the entrepreneurship journey is a different journey than working full time. And there's I think people don't realize it's more like a culture shock for yourself. It's a lifestyle change.
Yes.
When you're committed, when you're serious, it's so many things. So you gotta have somebody who's in that fight in the trenches with you.
Yeah, absolutely. And gets you. Exactly. Natalie and I had a conversation, in fact, a couple of weeks ago, just, talking about how, to your point about being an entrepreneur and you're in that space that can sometimes feel lonely, right? Mm-hmm. And you're trudging along, you're going and trying to reach out to new clients, and sometimes they say yes, sometimes they say no, sometimes we feel like, should we give up? But we keep going. And so I just celebrated 6 years in the business. I know you've been in
5 years.
5 years, so 5 years.
2020, COVID.
Yes.
I'm COVID realtor.
Yes.
I'm still learning so much. I feel like I finally arrived at a space of confidence and assurance of this is what we're doing.
Yeah, no.
So I think there's business foundation, and then there's mental foundation.
Yes.
Spirit foundation.
Yes.
So I think I've arrived at the mental and spiritual foundation of entrepreneurship and business ownership. And the thing is, it's not what you do. This life is who you are.
Oh, that's good.
You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes.
several jobs. And starting out 23 years old, you know, I always thought I wanted a career. Even a career,
Yes.
like first my first big break, you know, you start in sales, radio sales.
Yes.
Then it's my first leadership position. I was like 27, director of career services for ITT Tech. And then you go into another leadership position doing regional leadership for a lot of schools, and you're like, wow, I got the career.
Yes.
And then it gets taken all the way. Like one day they're just like, hey, we're gonna let go of all your regional leaders. And
Right.
you didn't lose your whole life
Exactly.
to another state or another city, and now it's like, well, maybe I should try out this entrepreneur thing.
Yes.
And that's where the change is, right?
Yes.
So that's my short story.
No, that's a really good story, and I'm so glad you even shared that part because you're absolutely right. I remember being in college, and I would hear people talk about entrepreneurship, but I'm gonna be like, if you don't go get you a good corporate job and sit still, because that's what I wanted to do too. That's why I went to school so that I could go and work in corporate and stay. But what I found, to your point, is you can give corporate all you've got, and there's nothing wrong with it. I've learned a great deal. In fact, what I do now is an outgrowth of what I learned in corporate America, but I found that the best bet that I made was the one on myself.
Right.
Because as I look up, I've now worked longer as a business owner than I have at any of my last 3 jobs.
Right. And there is such thing as like duality.
Yes.
So you
Right.
can you can be a leader, be in a position that you work and run a business.
Yes.
You just gotta know what you're led by, and that takes time.
It does. That's so true. That's
You know
so
what I'm
true.
saying?
Yes.
So I would say, like, you know, you can't preach both sides. Some people are like, get a job,
Right.
that's it. Or go entrepreneur, but you're only gonna get somewhere if you're on your own. You really gotta just move with purpose.
Yes.
And give things, and that could be duality. That could be serving in another space. But what is the underlying connector?
That's
for
right.
all of your skills and all of your leadership.
Exactly.
And to the point of your event, you need to go to training
Yes.
to thrive in the space that you decided.
Absolutely. You are
And so that space could be the duality of working high level in a career or building into leadership.
Right.
Or that could be building into leadership and being an investor.
Right.
You can do both.
You can.
Or you can be a leader in business and be an entrepreneur in something that you're fascinated about,
Yes.
a problem that you solve. Or you can just be a full-time entrepreneur. It's your world.
It is your world.
That's the thing that people don't connect with at first.
Right.
So that's where I feel like it's taken 5 years to kind of land to launch.
Yes. Land to launch. I love that. Absolutely. Land to launch. Yes. Yes. No, all of what you said is absolutely on point. I think you're right too in saying that at the end of the day, I liken it to what is your purpose, right? And so I was on a mastermind call today, and then we're going to get into, of course, why we're here. But the Dr. Herbert Harris, who wrote the book, The 12 Universal Laws of Success, does our mastermind every Saturday. And what he said today, and I've heard it before, but it kind of resonated a little differently today. He said, the most important 2 days of your life are, number one, the day you're born, and secondly, the day you find out why.
Right.
And so whether you're living in duality or whether you have chosen to go into one area 100%, always make sure that your why is undergirded. I think that's important.
Yeah, your why is the weight of your everything. Your why is your everything.
It is your everything, because that's the thing that carries you when stuff is going kind of, wonky.
When you holding on to this baby by the skin of your teeth.
Exactly. But I think it's also important, like I also shared with them, is you have to celebrate your successes. You wouldn't be here 5 years. I wouldn't have been here 6 years if there had not been some successes. And y'all can see that we are still eating, right? So we might eat a little bit, we might eat a lot.
So we don't eat.
But we are still eating. Exactly.
We're not hungry.
We're not hungry. Haven't been hungry one day.
throughout the day, but I ain't never been hungry.
Exactly. That's right. That's right. Where I couldn't go eat. So yes. So before we get into this piece with the business to business development accelerator, I want you to share a little bit about Meritage Homes, what this place, this beautiful space is, and what the subdivision is that you all are creating, that they built and that you are promoting.
Yeah, so, you know, I'm a person, I love new homes. Nashville New Home Finder.
Right.
One thing about me, I am a connector and I'm a collaborator, right? So I discovered the journey of new homes during when it was a heavy seller's market. And when, you know, us as agents was writing 10, 12 contracts for buyers and they're getting turned down and appraisal gaps, a lot of things were happening. And I discovered in new homes, when you have a client who wants to, you know, they may not want the fixer-upper.
Okay.
You know, maintenance might not be their thing. They may be a nickel and dimer on inspection, right? They may want a good amount of incentive, right? Well, in a market like that, that's like not completely where the buyers, like they got homes, right?
Yes.
It's hard to, I found that it was more difficult to educate the first time home buyer or a buyer that doesn't understand the market. So that's how I discovered New Homes, and New Homes has been something where you can collaborate in person with a builder, right? And you and the builder kind of work together to get somebody across the finish line. But don't get me wrong, we both represent our vested interests. The builder represents the builder. I represent the buyer. Right. We work in both interests, but we're able to talk and communicate to help the buyer get across the finish line.
Okay, gotcha.
So with that, anyways, I was able to get into new homes, and what I'm most appreciative about is that these new homes and a company like Meritage has put me as one of their diamond realtors.
Oh, that's
on
awesome.
their page. So like if somebody's like looking for a house, like, and they looking for a realtor, I'm on their page too.
Yeah. Oh,
because
nice.
I've sold a few homes. I've sold a good amount of homes with them.
Sure.
So we have a good partnership, which is back to collaboration.
Yes.
And me and the builder rep, Megan Phillips, you know, she takes care of my clients.
Yes.
And helps me take care of my clients.
Yes.
So it's reciprocation. It's, you know, I can do an open house out here. I can bring my people out here and they feel comfortable.
Yes.
And they make me feel comfortable.
Right.
Like their relationship. They invite me. Realtors, we love to eat.
Right.
We love to eat. And we like free drinks.
Yes.
So, and we like prizes.
Right, exactly.
So,
right.
I'm being a bit funny, but you know, they do things to keep working together to where they're like, hey, they've invited me to special lunches so I can learn more about them.
Sure.
And say, hey, thank you, Natalie, for bringing your business.
Right.
I remember the first time they sent me some flowers. I ain't never had nobody send me no flowers for bringing in no business.
Right.
You know?
Right.
That's gratitude.
That's gratitude. That's true.
So, and I have other partners as well. So when Megan brought Greystone to me, I was like, this place is beautiful. And how can we get more people in here?
Right.
In a different way. The market's changed.
Yes.
The way people are buying homes has changed. Just doing open house, like, then that means we need to change. And you see a space like this, and I used to do events. So immediately, and I'm a networker, I was like, this will make a great training place, something. And then immediately I said, now how can I serve my other partners?
Exactly.
How can I serve Dawn?
Right.
Who has taught me happy hours, has been with me doing a presentation. It was me and just Dawn.
Exactly.
I had a
That's true.
10-page home buyer presentation ready to talk and sell, and ain't nobody there.
But I was there.
So it's like, how can I serve somebody like you? And then how can I serve my community by allowing you to lead the way you need to lead?
Right.
And how can they benefit from it? Because they've been good to me. They've been paying my commission all the time.
Right.
How do I do all of that? And so I was just like, people need to see this spot. It's a beautiful pool.
Right.
They got closing cost incentive for buyers. My last client got a 4.5 interest rate.
Okay, nice.
You know, she got the mortgage she wanted.
Okay, it makes
She got the home
Yes.
under 50K, so she walked in with 50K equity.
Whoa, that is
You see what I'm saying?
fantastic.
Like, people are talking about the housing crisis. Well, you can get a new home, you can get a pool,
Right,
you got sidewalks.
right. All
And it's one of those things, like if you could have moved to Murfreesboro before it became Murfreesboro, you could have moved to Mount Juliet before it became Mount Juliet. Now you got an area in Smyrna where a person can come in and capitalize. If you are a leader
right,
and you want that duality and you want to be an investor,
right.
you can purchase something to live in. You
Yes.
ain't doing no work, but living in it. And
Exactly.
then in 3 years, make some money out of it.
That's very true. That's
Quicker
true.
than you would be able to put in your 401k.
Yep, that's
I
so,
was like,
so
you
true.
know I'm long with you.
No, you did. No, that was very good. No, you answered the question, and that's the other reason that this coming together is so important, because having the opportunity to collaborate and to grow or ask your manager. I used to always ask my leader to go to different training classes that I thought would be able to benefit me. And so that's a really good place, because they focus on helping you to be better as a leader.
Right.
If you're talking about being an entrepreneur, I paid myself, to your point, about to learn and get certified in emotional intelligence as a business professional. No one paid for it for me, but I knew that it was going to be integral to helping me to grow in my business.
Right.
And consistently, last year I paid to go to the podcast summit, I think
Yeah.
the year before, in Atlanta, because I knew I had been doing podcasts, and I'm like, I might as well figure out how to do this thing halfway right? And so yes, continuous training is so essential as you are going and you're growing. And sometimes it's, you can get some freebies, which are good as well, but sometimes you do have to invest in yourself. You have to do that. And so this one is going to be an in-person training. There are some that are virtual. Why do you think it's important to come together? Like you said, you and I were at your training. It was just me and you, but still, we remember that, right? This
How can we work together?
Exactly. Yeah.
Since we're here.
Exactly. And you are a master networker, Natalie.
Oh,
Natalie,
yeah.
I've always said that.
I've been networking since kindergarten.
You've been there.
Girl, one day it stayed on me. My mom was so mad. She come to the conference. My name was on the board so much when you erase it, I had to erase.
Oh, Lord. It's still up.
I would get a check, and I'm like, wait, my name ain't on the board
Right.
today?
It's still okay.
Thank you.
No, but you are. You're a natural, right? And so, but why do you think networking is so vital and coming together in an in-person way is so important?
It's very important for the business owner.
Yeah.
When I say, and it's very important for the people who want to elevate. You know, we have different styles and personalities. Of course, not everyone wants to be around people, introvert,
Exactly.
whatever.
Right.
But if you are like, I want to advance and I want to lead people, guess what? You got to be around people.
You gotta be.
And you got to be around people who are different from you.
Yes.
And you have to learn how to have conversations with people who have different beliefs in you.
Yes.
And you have to learn how to hear people.
Yes.
And you have,
Exactly.
and you have to learn how to serve people.
Yes. Yes. Exactly.
So, networking puts you in a space of meeting someone on the outskirts of your norm.
Yes, I agree. It
There's
does.
power in that.
There's-
Because even you ain't gotta talk to everybody. That's one thing about me. I like to attract, and I talk to God about attracting genuine conversations
Yes.
that can lead to something.
Yes.
And that might be 5 people or less. If
Right.
I meet 5 new people, if I know you and I meet 3 new people, and we go chat at the table and I find out about these 3 people's lives, then I built something.
Yes.
I have a reason to follow up.
Yes.
I have a reason to invite you here.
Right.
And say, hey, can I help you do a training?
Right.
Can I provide a venue for you? What
That's
are you
right.
doing next year?
Exactly.
Because I've got to know you.
That's
so
right.
it's not about sometimes it's not about how many people you can meet, but it's
smaller
Press
crowds
both sides.
because we want to have power in the connection,
Right.
The coming together. It's so vital, so important.
Yeah.
I want to even get into, in the face of the virtual world and technology, AI is just killing it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, everywhere you look, they're talking about you gotta grow in AI. I'm going to tell you all that we are going to spend some real time learning about tools to use in AI that can help your sales, that can help your marketing. What are some things that you all are using right now related to AI?
It's a lot of things because I think like with AI is learning to utilize it not just to make things more efficient, but also like learning how to think outside of the box. AI, I use AI, a lot for sometimes for data, quick data. For example, ask AI what companies are within a 1.5-mile radius of Greystone communities. Okay, how can I go to those companies? Help me figure out how I can go to those companies and introduce myself. Like, what's the growing trends of the roles? We're on LinkedIn. You can utilize. I like utilizing AI. Like, I'm putting together this event. Who would be my best prospect of people to reach out to that would fit this? And AI can give you that information.
It sure can.
AI help me write a script or a conversation that I can open the door with. Or this is what I want to say. AI can save you from a lot of conversations. Should I respond? Should I wait?
It is so powerful.
So you can write plans. AI helps with, we're salespeople. I would say me being a more of an extrovert. AI helps with presentations. Taking information out or generating a layout that speaks to the problem I want to solve. Because everybody's seen a standard presentation, but people are talking. I'm looking at hashtags of what people are talking about in housing. I'm doing research laying in bed at night, like, okay, I'm seeing housing crisis hashtag and the conversations that is discussing the most misinformation I've ever seen, right? So I asked AI, how can I educate in a way that welcomes people to change the way they think? Because there's a lot of misinformation. AI can help you do that, right? And help you write material, help you write presentations. The thing that I did today, from rent to real estate, come casual, ask your questions. That's all like, people don't want the formal stuff.
How can we come in and
no, they're people are tired.
People are tired.
Can you solve my problem?
Yes,
Natalie?
exactly. That's
Can I
true.
feel comfortable talking to you?
That's right. That's true. And I love the name of that.
Station coffee and come sit down and eat some Chick-fil-A and we gonna chat.
Exactly. That's true.
I know.
We're not gonna give away we're not gonna give them all away. But Natalie overfed y'all on that because she just, if you should replay the last minute and a half if you were in sales because she just dropped some gems, and there are going to be more of them that we are going to drop when we are together on December the 6th. So a lot of great information that we are going to cover. We're going to take a quick break and then we are going to come back and wrap up. We got a few little other things that we want to tap into it. And then, this has been this amazing conversation. I'm so glad to have you here. So y'all just stay tuned.
Come back.
We're going to share a little bit about what's going to happen on December 6th.
I
know vision is powerful, but vision alone doesn't build momentum. Most leaders have great ideas, but few know how to turn those ideas into velocity. That is where systems thinking, leadership alignment, and strategic execution change everything. Your training space is going to look a little different. That's Business to Business Development Accelerator, entrepreneurs, sales leaders, and executives are going to come together to turn ideas into outcomes and outcomes into revenues. We are going to unlock AI sales strategies, strengthen our leadership, connect with other high-performing professionals, and build systems that scale. So meet us right here in Nashville, Tennessee for the Business-to-Business Development Accelerator on December the 6th at 10:30 a.m. Register today at worldclasstraining.net. Grab a sweatshirt at worldclasstraining.net/shop. Registration closes on November the 29th. Make sure to grab your spot today, and I will see you so that we can turn vision into a blessing. See you then.
3, action.
So we are back. I hope you all saw the video, saw some of the amazing things that are going to happen on December the 6th. If you have not registered already, make sure to register at worldclasstraining.net, worldclasstraining.net. We are closing registration on November the 29th. So go ahead and run and do that right now. Natalie, for people who say, I don't have the time, or it's not in my budget, what would you say to those people?
It's situational though.
Mm-hmm.
So give me a bag.
So somebody says, it's on, because it is on a Saturday, guys. So if they say, it's on a Saturday. I'm used to staying in, or I may have some errands that I want to run on December the 6th versus doing this, knowing that 2026 is coming,
Right.
and we need to be ready. What would you say to them?
I always say like it depends. It goes back to your why, right? Can you afford to miss something like this?
Yes.
Like there's things. I mean, there was something I missed this week that I would have loved to be able to be a part of. But I mean, it just did not work out, and I said I would never miss that again.
Yeah.
So what can I do to put myself in a position so when another opportunity comes, I don't miss it?
Yes, exactly.
So out of wisdom, I would say that because I'm not. It's hard because I'm not going to be that person that says, "Well, you don't want it bad enough."
Right.
You know if you want it bad enough or not.
That's true.
Because when you become an entrepreneur, like we're 5 to 6 years in the game,
Right.
You start to have very hard conversations with yourself.
Yes.
You get to a place because when you don't eat,
Right.
you know what that feels like.
Yes.
People who, if you've been used to eating from somebody else's vision, you ain't felt that pain from not eating from your own vision.
That is so true. Oh my goodness. That is so true.
Because when you feel that pain,
Drop a mic on that. Yes.
when you feel that pain,
Yes.
you set yourself up to reevaluate and reset your values and prioritize what's important.
Right.
I would say like last year around this time, I was in a space where I was very distracted. And that can cost you in entrepreneurship because what you do today comes back in 90 days.
Yes. Oh. Y'all heard that?
Like,
Yes.
and they teach this in real estate too to us. Like, if depending on the activity I do today,
Yep.
each day is an activity.
That's right.
Each time block is an activity.
That's right.
And what you decide to do with that is going to compound. It's going to present, consistency results.
Yep.
It's going to show up at least 90 days.
That's right.
So if you like to run errands every single weekend because it's a Saturday, because you have been trained that we work Monday through Friday and Saturday, Sunday. I get this free 2 days to do what I want. That's a training paradigm shift of a belief system that you have to break if you decide to become an entrepreneur.
That's right.
There is no, yes, you take days off, you take rest.
Right.
But there's no living for the weekend.
Right. Yeah.
When you're building a business.
No. Right.
Do you honor your time off? Yes.
Right.
But your consumer, what are my consumers doing on Saturday and Sunday?
Right.
They come in
here. Exactly.
So that's who
That's right.
needs to
Be here.
schedule work on certain Saturdays. That could be, that's not every Saturday, that could be 2 Saturdays out the month is a work day for me.
Right.
9 to 6, just like if I was to go to work on a Monday.
Exactly.
Because my consumer got time on Saturday.
That's right. Absolutely. No, that's so true.
So you want to be an entrepreneur, you're going to have to put your errands on Tuesday.
You're going to have to do
And if you're still working full time, you're going to have to take 1 week, at least 1 week a month to train for your business and your purpose.
That is so true.
And that's to train your mind. Because your mind is first. Your self-development is first. If you don't have that, you can't produce.
That's so true. Oh my goodness. I couldn't have said that better. I'm not even gonna, I could add to what Natalie just said, but there was no need because that, you just said the whole.
This stuff I be in my car. You know, you be riding around by yourself. Stuff be in your car. You just
It's in our head. Because yes, it's
staring out the window
in our head. Exactly.
looking at the stars.
But we understand that, any day can be a Saturday and a Saturday can be a Monday, but what we have to do is make sure that we get it done. I said I was going to answer what you said, but but I tried to deal with it. But, and so I heard somebody else, I don't know if you know Brian Tracy. Are you familiar with Brian Tracy? Yes, sales guru. And to the budget question, he said somebody once said at a sales training that he was promoting, they said, I can't afford it. And he said the response that he gave was, that's the exact reason you should be there.
Correct. That's real. That's a really accountable statement.
Yes.
It can hurt.
It can hurt.
Because it makes you feel like, oh, you don't care about my situation.
Right.
No, what I'm telling you is you're feeling the pain from not being able to provide for yourself. And
That's
now
right.
you can't provide yourself a way to train because
Exactly.
you can't afford it.
That's right.
So you got to figure out a way to afford it.
Exactly.
Or
It's like when you go to college. I mean, I know this is nowhere near that level, but when you go to college, when I went to college, I didn't worry about the fact that, okay, yeah, this is going to be a financial strain for the next 4 years. I worried about, I was more concerned with the investment that I was making in my life. And so when you're talking about training, and to his point, Mr. Tracy's point about, if you say you can't afford it, that's the exact reason you should be there. If we are at a certain place in our lives and we can't afford $300 or $400 for something that's going to make us better, that's even more of a reason for us to get there, because you don't want to live your life where you're so tight that becomes something that's going to
that's a pain that you have to live through. And then you also we as trainers or when we're providing something, we have to make sure is this my tribe and am I providing the value?
Absolutely.
Because of course nobody wants to go into a training that don't mean nothing.
That's right. And I'm glad you said that.
And nobody wants to listen. I'm at the point that I don't even want to go into a free training that don't mean nothing because that hour costs me.
That hour costs more than an hour. I told a girlfriend of mine a couple of days ago, the hour that I'm giving you is not just that hour, it's the hour before that I had to get ready, and then it's the 30 minutes to an hour that I gotta get home. So you're telling me, oh, it's just an hour lunch. That's 3 hours out of my day.
It's 3 hours.
So it's gotta make sense. Make it make sense.
Yeah, it's 3
I'm
hours
so
away
glad
from
you
your
said it.
activity,
That's
60
right.
and 90 days away.
That's it, absolutely. And so I'm glad you mentioned that though, because I can guarantee anyone who comes to this training, because I am so, like I told her, I covet my time and I value other people's. I am not going to bring you here and not let you leave out with something that is going to benefit you in the next 90 days. Immediately. You're going to leave out with tactics that you're going to be able to use immediately, because even if it's free, my time is extremely valuable. So multiply that times a Saturday, and we make sure that it's going to count. Yes. And so Natalie, I thank you for sharing your time with me today. Everyone, Meritage Homes out here, if you're in the Nashville, Tennessee area, this is in the Smyrna area. It's absolutely gorgeous. We're going to share a quick video of it immediately following this so that you can also reach out and connect with Natalie. Natalie, please share your contact information with everyone.
Oh yeah, you can definitely find me on LinkedIn, Natalie Fletcher. On Instagram, Natalie the Muse. Facebook, Natalie Fletcher. You know how it is.
Yes.
One thing I do want to share is we have creative financing ways to get people in the home. one of those things that I appreciate Meritage Homes is sitting down and figuring out a way for people to not be able to pay their mortgage until May. Where they doing that at?
Where are they doing
With a low interest rate as low as 4.5 interest rate, and they'll take care of your closing costs. That's a strategy that I can show you.
Oh my God, I know, and she will show you.
And what people can expect from your training is for them to get an opportunity to learn those strategies, because utilizing your home in order to build your own wealth will leverage you as an entrepreneur.
That's so true.
And so when they come to your training, they get access to not only me, my builder rep, and ways that they can utilize their current financial system to help them elevate their entrepreneurship success. Because if you already own your home, you might not need that current, you're not going to always need that position, because you can utilize that to do something else. But that's fantastic. That's another training. That's another way. We know we're talking about some good stuff, so it's definitely worth it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're worth it.
It is. You're worth it. Exactly. You are worth it. Make sure that you are here. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me today. I appreciate it.
My girl.
Yes.
Have faith, be focused, stay fly.
Yes. Say it again, Natalie.
Have faith, be focused, and stay fly.
Absolutely. And at the World Class Training Institute, always remember, when you are better, we are absolutely better. Cheers.
What's up, Nashville? It's your favorite Meritage sales rep, Megan Phillips, MJP. And if you know Smyrna, then you know it's growing. And if you don't know Greystone, well, you're about to. And this is what sets Meritage Homes apart: spray foam insulation. So if you're looking for a home that's going to save you money on your energy bills, provide you a consistent temperature throughout your home, and improve your air quality, then spray foam insulation is the way to go.
I was trying to make it on my own, my way.
We're in Rutherford County, one of the fastest growing areas in Middle Tennessee. Just minutes away from downtown Nashville, with some of the top rated schools and exciting new shopping nearby, coming close to you. Greystone isn't just a place to live, it's where the future is being built. Now that you know where we are, let's take a look inside the homes that make Greystone one of a kind. Each one designed for comfort, energy efficiency, and everyday living that just feels right. Introducing the Vista series. The Park series.
Now I'm in a new light. Forever starts today and won't stop now. Your face shining on me, walking in the truth that set me free.
Meet the Highlands.
If you're ever only for me, then who could stand against? Love is better.
And the Ridge series.
Your love is better than life, but I ain't turning back now. It's
And the Legacy series.
your love is better than life.
This isn't just a community, it's a lifestyle. Greystone features 2,300 square feet of clubhouse, a pool, and a future playground. This is where community, comfort, and connection all come together.
I wasn't enemy until you took my place. You were a friend of me, so I got to see you.
So whether you're trying to find your dream home or help your clients find theirs, Greystone has it all. This isn't just the community, it's the next best thing. Come see for yourself.